Welcome everyone to our online session. We will today's session we will continue with our visual programming concept. If you can remember, we have done two sessions based on visual basic concept. First session was about understanding the components of visual basic, and second screen about understanding the toolbox available under visual basic, that form layout of visual basic. We discussed about the toolbox available and the feature of property window, form layout, and other things. I think you people would have copied the related notes also. Today's class, in the further sessions from today's class, in the other further, in the upcoming further session, we will take one event like form we will take, and what are the properties, methods, and events we can apply for each and everything. Like every object in the toolbox we will take, and we will try to understand how we will apply, what are the basic properties you will apply, methods you will do, and events. Okay, so today's focus is basically on how to work with properties, methods, and events in Visual Basic. Okay, to start with, today's topic is properties, methods, and events. Every item in an Visual Basic comprises of all the three things. It includes of properties, methods, and events. So first we will start with property. So for an every object there is a property. So when you take a flower, that's the example I have given. It has a property like color, that leaf color, size of the flower, number of petals. Like that, it has some property. Like that, in Visual Basic, every items you available in the toolbox like text box, radio button, control box, command button, each and everything will have a property. Like you have a colors, font colors, back colors, forecolor, window size. Like that, you will have properties attached to it. See, some of the properties of this you can see like size, colors, etc. So when you take text box as a thing, you have a property like enabled, font, front color, back color, name, text. Here it is a multi-line text width. Like that, you will have properties. So properties, every item in an Visual Basic tool will have certain properties. Properties will help us to design the Visual Basic in a better way, in a graphical approach we can design. So property window where it will be available means this is the property window of anything. See, this is property window of form. If I place a text box, then I will get a property window of text box. When I place a command button, I'll get a property window of command button. Like that, every option capture, if I paste the image, I will see the property window of image. See, for example, if I say form, property of form, I have name of the form will come, appearance, whether you want in a normal form or a 3D effect, auto redraw, back color, backside color of the form in what should be. As of now, it is white is selected, and if you want, you can change the color, border style, whether it should be a fixed border or it should be resizable, sizable border, like that. And then form name, for caption for the form. Form 1 is there. Instead of that, I can change any name. Then clip control, plus see here, fill color, fill style, font, like that it goes. So property means in Visual Basic, it will be available usually in the right side. Each control you select, like text box, for that you can see the properties. I think you understood what is called properties. Every item in a Visual Basic I select, I can see the properties in the right side of my Visual Basic screen. Every object control I select from the text box, I can set varieties of properties. Okay, that is about properties. And these are properties, even through coding you can set, but VB is designed in a such a way that you will have a toolbox itself like this. So setting any type of property for any control is quite simple. Next comes methods. Method is anything I make some performance in it To make method is an action that can be performed on object. If I want to move the form, hide the form, show the form, like that, when I want to do some action towards my controls, like a text box, like a forms, like this, then I can go for method. See, property is different. Property will talk about the features of the controls. Methods will tell or talk about the action that is going to be performed on the object. See, here I have given, when I say cat is an object, the property of cat can be hair color, eyes color, weight, etc. But when it comes to 1 minute, let me put it to presentation view. But when it comes to method of a cat, the some of the features of the cat is move, jump, play, breathe, etc. So these are the methods. Property is its characteristics, we call it as properties. Method is action it performs, we call it as methods. See, some of the methods I have given. Text one is one text box I have placed. Dot move. Then what happens? 700 comma 400, when I give, my text box will be moved between 700 and 400. To that particular size it will move. Next property I have given, text one dot refresh. So when I give text one dot refresh, my text box get refreshed. So methods are used with, if you can understand, methods will be used first, control name will be there, one dot will be there, followed by the method name will come. So how it comes? Control name dot followed by method name. That's how we will give methods in Visual Basic. Properties we will set through property window. Methods means you have to use control name, use a word dot plus the method name can be specified. So in the maybe in the VB coding, I will show you how we will set. Next comes events. Events, since any action takes place, and if you can tell, Visual Basic is not a procedural programming or object oriented programming. It is a event based programming. One small events we will call and we will finish off. That's all. I call a event. See, command one dot click I will call. Until that command one dot click is working, it will do. That's all. Afterwards, it will go back to the next event. So it will work only with small events. So here, based upon the event I trigger, my program will work. So entire Visual Basic is totally depend upon the small events we place. So see the points given. Visual Basic programs are built around events. Every events are various things that can happen in a program. This will become clear when when we talk about the C program and all, the entire coding will be read. Here it is not like that. It will do only the event. One particular event is called, only that it will finish. When I call the next event, then it will do the next one. So event by event it will go. For the event, you can assign the coding and you can perform the task. So this is the third part of it. See, this is called event. Here, if you can see this first part, private sub command one dot click. So what happens? I'm calling an event will be given like this. Here we will give the control name, use a word underscore, then you will give the event name. So what event I'm telling? Click. So when I press the command button, here I will write the coding, what it has to do. That's all. After coding is thing, end sub if it sees, that is done. That's all. That part of program is there. Next, it will come to the next line, private sub form one dot load. So once again, see, this is control name, underscore, and then this is going to be your event name, load. I am telling you to load. So when I load the form, here I would have given what it has to be done, and then it will finish. Like that, a small event based program only we will write in Visual Basic. It will be more of event based. See here where you will find these kind of events and all means. See, this is the coding part of your program. and events will be available. These are the some of the events available. Here I have selected form. When I click activate, it will say private sub form under one underscore activate. When I click on click, it will say private sub form underscore click. And some other events will be double click, deactivate, drag, drop, drag over, got focus, or these are the some of the events we have. So see, I have placed a few of the events for your reference. Change is there. User modifies the text in the combo box or a text box. You're placing a text box, and you, while running the program, you want to change the content of the text box. Then you can go for change. Then you have an event called click. Click is very quite famous. Most of the cases we prefer to use click. Double click, drag over. You pull the mouse and leave it. It is drag over, drag drop, got focus, key down, key press, key up, and even these are the some of the events available under Visual Basics. So we will first, this is our next topic which we need to know. So 3 things you should know in Visual Basic: properties, methods, events. Properties will be for all the control available in your toolbox. Okay, text box, all the thing. You can set the properties. Properties means it will tell about the characteristics of the each control. It will tell. So where you will go means you will select an text box, then right side only you will have a property and you will select. Next comes methods. Method where you will give means you will give in the coding part. How to give a method means, see here we have first give the control name, how we have given text one. Here we have given text one, like that. Give control name, control name followed by, here I have given, see, control name followed by dot your method name. So control name dot method name, like that method will work. Next comes your events. When it comes to event will be given by private sub. You will use your control name like command one or form one or text one, like that. You will use underscore and then you give the event name. So 3 places, 3 things. Properties is there, method is there, event is there. Okay. And where we use the event means, method means action to be performed. Event is when I want my program to work, I have to work only with the event. What action, how my program is going to execute is depend upon the event I have selected. Okay. Let me stop this presentation and we will go back to our Visual Basic screen and we will see how things can be done in Visual Basic. I have opened a VB screen. Click open. See, this is the, I think all of you can see the screen. This is the form. Okay. See, for this form, 3 things we saw: properties, methods, events. Okay. So this is the form. For this form, if you can see here, you can see all the properties, name, like that. See here, I have a caption called form 1. I'm changing that caption to college. If you can see here, the name college has been changed. Then we have a back color. I'm clicking the back color and selecting a different color. So see, my back color is changed. Then I have an option called fill color. If I want to fill that, any fill color, any one more option if I place, then I can change that fill color. Apart from that, my size of the window, normal is there. When I make it maximize, when I run the screen, the full screen will be occupied with red color. Not only this properties is available for form, all the controls here in the toolbox can have a property. See, for example, I'm placing a text box. When I place a text box control, see, I am placing one label here. Immediately the property for label has come. When I click on the form, property for form will be available. When I click on the label, property for label. Here, name we usually don't change. Caption, I'm typing welcome. For this, you have back color. As of now, no back color is there. So I'm changing the back color. Then if you can come down, you can go and change the font. My font is very small, so I want to change it to a bigger size. So I'm changing the font. See, and then I can adjust according to my requirement. This is for label. Same way, I want to set some property for my list box also. See, I'm placing a list box. Here in list box also, I wanted to add the font style I wanted in a different way. So that also I can change. Okay. So all the controls, you can change the property in this location. ಯಾವ control property change ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ that thing. See, if I click here, you have to observe this window. When you work with Visual Basic, your concentration should be towards all the things. If I click here, forms ka thing will come. When I click on label, label property will come. When I click on list, list box property will come. Depending upon your selection, you need to change the property. This is the place where you will work with properties. Next, we will see how to work with methods. Okay. See, from the form window, I'm moving on. Usually method is action, what is going to take place. Clear? So methods we prefer to use inside the coding part of it rather than the design side. So from the form, this is design view, this is coding part. So I'm clicking in this window. I have come to the coding part of it. So I'm double click. See, I have come to the coding part of it. Here I can have a thing. So I will say when I click form 1 dot, when I put, automatically system will show you the list of options available, what and all. Here, whichever is in white color with the finger pointed is a properties. Whichever comes in the green color thing, form 1 dot clear, CLS clear, and then or methods, form 1 dot hide, then OLE drag, form 1 dot move. So I'm telling form 1 dot move. So how much I have to move? I'm telling 400 to 700. This much I want to move. So when I click the form, I need to move to the form size to 400. From wherever it is there, it should move up to the 400 size. Okay. Location, not size. It should move to the 400th location. In an X direction, it should move to 400th location. Like that. Same way, we have a label 1. No, we will see the methods for label 1. Label 1. You should give the names correctly. Then only if I put dot, it will come. See, my label name is label 1. I'm just giving label and putting a dot, nothing will come. So label 1 dot, when I mention, understand that white color and all is properties, only the green color is methods. I have label 1 dot drag option is there, link execute is there, link port, link request, label 1 dot move is there, label 1 dot refresh. I wanted to refresh the label. So control name dot I can have the method name. Okay, control name dot method name. Like that we can work with the methods. Property means setting this part of it, we call it as property. Method means you will give control, place a dot, and you can specify the method. Event means this is event. See, command 1 underscore click, what it should do. So when I click the command button, this should happen. Same way, whatever control you have, see, I'm having form, and this is the place where you can select the events. What you have to do when I load the form, see, it has come, form underscore load is the event name. When I load the form, what it should happen. Then I'm telling form 2 dot show. When I load the form 2 should be shown. Like that. So even for a label, you can write. When I click on the label, I have to say print good morning. Like that I need to give. So this is events underscore click, load, click. So how you will give a event means private sub your control name underscore your event name. So three things we have seen. One is property. Property based upon your selection. You can select the property window from here. Next is method. Method is selected by your control name dot method name. And the event is selected by private sub your control name underscore whatever is the event. Okay, these three things. Why we focus totally about this property, method and event means from our next topic we will take one item. First we will start with form. Under form we will study set of properties, set of events, set of methods. Then we will take text box. For a text box we will study properties, events, methods. Label properties, events, methods. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದೊಂದು item controls. For all the controls available in this we need to study properties, methods and events to get a better idea about Visual Basic. Okay, so that will be in our next class. With this we stop. Try to understand the concepts of properties, methods and events. Okay, watching the video, if you want you can take down the points about properties, methods and events. With this I stop. Thank you. We will meet in our next session. Have a nice day.